Hey everybody, I'm Angel Cosillo. Thank you for tuning in to another Cosillo blade review. And today we're taking a look at a new knife that is from Condor Knives, and it's a long one. It is the Condor Pack Golok machete. Here's just a quick overall. So, starting off with the first spec, that would be overall length. Kind of can't fit in my camera here, but from the tip here all the way to the handle, 17 inches. So that gives us an 11-inch blade and a 6-inch handle. Speaking of the handle, it is hardwood, I believe, walnut, fixed on with some pins, and then a lanyard tube that also acts as another pin. It's a really thick handle, which I really like, and there's a reason behind that. It's very comfortable, very straightforward and simple, but really comfortable. It swells at the end, so you're not going to risk, or you shouldn't risk, losing the knife as you're chopping. The blade is Golok style. You can see it has a big belly, super big. This is a chopper for sure. This knife is designed for chopping. It's based off of machetes, or the Golok machete. It's like an alteration of it, a shortened version, kind of in a way. The steel is Condor's 1075 high carbon steel. Condor makes really durable stuff. I've had a Hudson Bay from them that I abused like crazy, and it really held up. So 1075 high carbon steel. The stock thickness is 22 of an inch thick, so almost a 1/4 inch thick. But I noticed, from my eye at least, it seems to taper. Of course it tapers a bit there at the tip, but it seems to taper out throughout the whole thing. But it's really, really strong. And honestly, it's strong here at the handle, where it matters. The weight of this guy is it's hefty. It's coming in at 1 pound 11 ounces. So it is heavy, which I think is cool. I like it. It's designed by Joe Flowers of Bushcraft Global. I'm sure a lot of you people in the knife world know who Joe Flowers is. It's made in El Salvador, again, by Condor. I don't know if any of their other knives are made elsewhere, but there it is right there. And then, at least online, I would see on the other versions, it used to say, or would say, Pack Golok. This one doesn't seem to have any of the name branding, but it does have the Condor logo there. So one thing I wanted to bring up, and later in this, I'm going to insert some clips of when I unboxed this. But off the jump, out of box, I did have to do some small, minor, little fixes. These pins, these three especially on this side, were not flush with the handle. They were all sticking out a bit. Also, because this is wood, I oiled it, put some linseed oil on it, which gave it color and just keeping it hydrated. So that's what I experienced out of box. Might be different for you guys. I know Condor sometimes can be, you know, a little lacking on stuff like that. But anyway, it literally took maybe a couple of minutes to do those fixes, and now it's perfect and it's really comfortable in the hand. But yeah, the sheath it comes with, it's just leather, as you can see there. Let's see. Pretty simple. You just have to avoid cutting these straps, but it fits really nicely. The design there, it's open in the back because of this blade shape. This allows you to pivot the knife as you pull it out. And it's got these two snaps and this belt loop. And this is set up for right hand carry only. But there is the sheath that comes with it. First comparison, is the Victorinox Pioneer. Of course, we're always going to do that. See, it's pretty big. Standard, big lighter right next to it. This Hudson Bay, it's my grandpa's knife. But since we have it, there it is next to each other. Last but not least, the Tops Knives Yakare, which is also a machete-inspired chopper. But this guy's actually, as you can see, bigger. It's for sure got some length and stock thickness compared to the Yakare. Let's continue our review with testing the edge, how it comes out of box. Let's do the end here. Yeah. How about up here? Let's see. Okay. Twine. .550 cord. Cardboard. Even though you probably would use a better option to cut cardboard. 10-ounce leather. Well, for being as big as it was, has a good edge. So let's go ahead and move on to some real tasks and actual reasonable stuff you'd be doing with something this big. Let's go ahead and do some batoning. I'm going to be chopping that piece right there. It's pretty thick mesquite. All right, folks, here it is after testing it and using it. Cleaned off the blade a bit. There's still some stuck in there. Some wood. Look at that. Handle was very comfortable. Yeah, no damage to the edge at all. It was really solid. It stayed true, stayed straight the whole way during that chopping and batoning. It also really did really nicely with that carving. So windy, it was just blowing away the flakes, but you could see that it was making beautiful flakes of wood, curls, that you could definitely use for a fire if need be. And this part, I didn't really talk about it much. Right here, it's dull. So I was, you know, choking up to do some of that carving, but really, this is fine. It excelled in chopping. Chopped that thick piece of mesquite, the whole circumference of it, pretty quickly and effortlessly. I didn't feel tired. My hand felt good in the grip. I'm really happy with this tool. Aside from the slight fit and finish I had to work on out of box, again, I filed these down flush and re-oiled it. Other than that, I'm happy with this knife. The sheath is adequate. It's a good sheath. It fits really nicely in there. I think it would hold up, although I'm going to make my own. I think for those of you who don't have the ability, it's, I think, just fine to use out of box with this sheath. And if you're looking for a heavy duty chopper, definitely this is a good option to look at. As always, folks, thank you very much for the view. I really enjoyed testing this knife out and look forward to using it more. As always, I hope this was informative, enjoyable. This has been the Pack Golok by Condor Knives, designed by Joe Flowers. Thank you for watching. Have a good day, night, wherever you are. Thank you.